I would just love to see that day where we're no longer talking about this Toyota RAV4 like it's a Lamborghini. I've seen multiple circumstances where people looking to get a really good deal have been very disappointed when they go in to shop in for a Toyota RAV4, and I'm here to try and help out. What is happening, guys? Ari here from Boston Automotive Consulting. And in the description below, you're going to find multiple resources to help you navigate not only getting the very best deal on a brand new Toyota RAV4, but to check out insurance rates as well as get your auto credit scores. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing because this whole channel is going to teach you everything you're going to need to know so that you can negotiate your best possible deal. My intention for this video is to give you a full breakdown as to what to be targeting right now on a Toyota RAV4, what sort of inventory we've got, the discount you can expect, the lease payment you can expect, the average repair and maintenance costs, as well as the yearly insurance premiums we're seeing in the United States. Diving right in, you guys. So the inventory that's available in the United States at the moment is there. We've got about 15,000 2021s on the ground with pretty much no 2020s left. There's some here and there, but don't expect it to be accurate. I think that for the most part, you're just gonna see 2021s. Now, of those 15,000 2021s, what we're dealing with is a breakdown about 5,285 front-wheel drives and 9,745 all-wheel drives. A lot of these vehicles that are all-wheel drives, believe it or not, have ended up in non-all-wheel drive states such as California, etc. I think that for the most part, you can expect a little bit better of a residual value, as in the car depreciates a little bit less when it's an all-wheel drive. That's a good thing. You should definitely try and get an all-wheel drive if you can, because what happens is I was talking to somebody about this the other day. If you trade in a car to, say, CarMax, Carvana, Vroom, and the car's an all-wheel drive car, it opens up the doors for them to trade the car to a different state. That's, say, you're in California, they can trade the car to Colorado, and it would be a useful car in Colorado, albeit it's not that much of a useful car in California. Anyway, now of those 9,745 all-wheel drives, what we've got is a breakdown of the following trims. Now, we are seeing a lot more LEs than anything else, with about 3,640 LEs, 3,060 XLEs, 1,475 XLE premiums, and about 1,210 limiteds. Now, I know that for the most part, what I like to do is use the trim that's the most commonly in stock. However, because the XLE and the LE are very close, they're neck and neck in terms of inventory, and the XLE seems to be the preferred choice for a lot of consumers, I wanted to use an XLE for the sake of today's negotiation guide. Now, the XLE that I've got picked out for tonight's negotiation guide is obviously, like I said, an XLE all-wheel drive, and it's got an MSRP of $31,114. Now, the markup in an XLE is about 6.25%. Now, this isn't just on the XLE, but it's on all the RAV4 models. However, what we're doing right now is we're taking this MSRP at $31,114. We're gonna get 6.25% off of this price to get to the invoice, and that's gonna be our target price. Now, doing that on $31,114 brings us down to a target selling price of $29,169. At the moment, Toyota is offering a rebate of $1,000. That's also, keep in mind that $1,000 goes away if you decide to take the promotional 1.9% offer that they've got at 60 months. So I just want to caution you there. If you go, say, to your credit union and get 2.59%, you could still use the $1,000 rebate, or that $1,000 rebate can be used if you're paying cash. Sorry if I'm speed talking a little bit, got a lot of information to cover. However, I do have a pretty good rate coming from Bank of America in the 2s. That means I can use that $1,000 rebate, which would land me at a final target selling price of $28,169. things change a little bit if you're planning on leasing. If you're planning on leasing, same target as before, $29,169. However, there is lease cash in the amount of $500. Toyota does have a super high residual at 67% for 36 months at 10,000 miles a year, 66% if you go up to 12K, 64% if you go up to 15K. Money factor super high though. We're talking about a money factor at 0.00175. This is the highest I have ever seen it on a RAV4 gas model. This is not typical for a gas model at all. Now, plugging this all into a lease calculator, and the lease calculator is gonna be here as opposed to in my hands. We've got it all plugged in, and if you need to, pause it, and if you need to zoom in, etc., take a screenshot. But I've got it all plugged in here, 31,114. I've got my selling price, my rebate, my residual, my money factor, and I've got it all configured so that I'm giving just my inception fees due at start. So your first payment, acquisition fee, doc fee, registration, all that stuff due up front, roughly about $1,635. And we'd be talking about, this is the part where I normally go like this, $325 a month. And that's including Mass State sales tax, you guys. That's assuming 6.25%. However, keep in mind, if the money factor does go down, which it definitely sure will over the next few months, you could see payments in the high 200s. Given that this is only a 6.25% discount at this high of a money factor, the payments are not looking too bad. Shop around this deal though. Use the link in the description below. Connect with as many dealerships as you can. Make sure that you're getting a few different price quotes so that you can actually get to or below $325. Now next, what I'd like to do is share just a couple thoughts here. Now as far as maintenance and repairs go, very affordable on the RAV4. We're seeing the typical maintenance costs after year 2 being at $420 per year, and repair costs at $175 per year. The maintenance, keep in mind, does include major ticket items, tires, spark plugs, all the oil changes, etc. Now, as far as insurance goes, average insurance in the United States is pretty cheap on the RAV4. Very happy to say that the average insurance premium is about $1,300. Now, we're seeing rates in the United States range anywhere from $2,280 in Michigan all the way down to $785 in Virginia. The typical states, though, Arizona, $1,090, California, $1,495, Illinois, $975, Massachusetts, big one, $1,050. The RAV4 is very popular in Massachusetts. $2,280 in Michigan, like I said, $1,380 in New York, $1,250 in Pennsylvania. You guys, this is definitely a solid bargain for the RAV4. I do want to say, you guys, that even if you don't end up getting that absurd of a deal on the RAV4, between the repair costs being so low, insurance costs being so low, it definitely is not a bad deal. However, continue to shop this deal around. Use the links in the description below. Make sure that you're being aggressive when it comes to negotiating the price on a 2021 Toyota RAV4. If you found this information useful, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.